Just let us know. Yes?
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it? We are talking to Uncle Dale. First, okay, now, Uncle Dale is an icon on the coffee house scene. Anybody who plays a coffee house or a punk bar or is a B-movie fanatic knows who Uncle Dale is. And I've known you forever, and I don't know why your name is Uncle Dale. Why is it Uncle Dale?
Because I used to be Brother Dale, and I wanted, I was getting older and figured, well, the kids would like Uncle Dale, because trying to be a punk rocker at 43 is not, it's not that easy. So you try to appeal to the masses, and I guess that's stupid of reason I could give, I guess.
It's funny, when you think of punk rock, you think of like those dark, smoky bars, and people love you here at the coffee house. What do you
Well, it's funny because the history of coffee houses is actually, there was a time where a lot of coffee houses were catering to the punk rock acts, and not all of them, but a good majority of them, because it's the only place that these guys could go play, and women. And then as punk rock, it was actually after the wave of punk rock, if you know the history, I guess. And that's kind of why I got into doing coffee houses, mainly also because of open mic, and was somewhat of an unknown at the time, and wanted to figured that was a way to work my way into something a little better, because especially playing in LA, the Hollywood area is extremely jaded only because there's a billion bands trying to, get on top of the heap, whatever it is, in the area. And I'm not into the fight, I'm not into the struggle, I'm into being an artist, but a somewhat lazy artist on top of that, and don't want to, so I just kind of eased on into this place and was accepted to my surprise.
What's unique about you is that you play the bass, and that's your main instrument. You can play a whole song with just bass.
Well, that was something else I decided. That was more like a gimmick when I first started, because it was something that I knew. I came down here to Highland maybe 3 years ago now, I guess 4 years. I don't know, it's been a long time, but almost everybody that got up was just doing the guitar thing, and I was like, boy, that's lame. After a while, I was just like, man, it really, I could come up with a guitar and nobody's going to notice. I got to do something different. So I had the beard, but I don't know if that's enough, So I was talking to some friends, and actually it was from a suggestion of a friend, which happens a lot to a lot of people, how they get their start, And we were just talking one night, and they're saying, yeah, just get up with the bass and play. Do your song with the bass. And I thought about it, and I was going, well, the kind of bass that I play is melodic enough to where I guess I could get away with it. I'll see what I can do. So that's how I started off. Was coming down here was actually my debut as a solo artist on bass, and singing. And it was interesting to see the reaction also, because it took 3 times before I finally got in here, And, it was really frustrating, When I finally played, I had all this pin-up anger inside me. I hate everybody. And, so when I finally played, man, I tore the walls down, and everybody loved it, which was even more, of a surprise to me that people really liked it. So,
What's your favorite part about playing at a coffee house?
Favorite part about the beer, man. But there aren't very many coffee houses that serve beer to begin with, and I guess that's why I come back here. That's as good an answer as I can get, really. And this, I have to admit, it's a love-hate relationship, too, and I've been saying that all along, that.
Yeah.
And I guess it's that way with any kind of relationship. And it has become kind of a relationship which is really strange in its own. I don't know what else to say about it.
It's a family.
It is.
It is.
A family. Yeah.
And you're our weird uncle. Our weird Uncle Dale.
But what I like about the place too is the fact that there's a lot of people that still come down, and there's a lot of new people. So you're always seeing new faces, and there's still a lot of people that come down and just play guitar and sing, which really, that's kind of the bread of the sandwich, so to speak. It's okay. I have no problem with that, because you never know what you're going to see from one week to the next, which is also what brings me down. I'm a little disappointed, to be quite honest, now, because there aren't as many people coming down, jumping into the hot spot, and seeing what they can come up with, and I feel like I'm, me and maybe a couple other people are the only ones that do that. So we kind of wave that banner really high now.
It's refreshing. We do have a belly dancer tonight.
Oh, we do.
A belly dancer, and about 6 comics, and the Kazoo Brothers.
Yeah.
Got it, Robin Nova Kazoo.
Kazoo guys. I let the Kazoo guys sit in with me on sets every once in a while when I do a full set with my band.
Yeah.
And they're great, man. They're really, they're just a big splash of freshness as far as, I love what they do, man.
What got you into music?
Well, like anybody else. I saw the Beatles when I was 6 years old.
Oh, God.
No. Well, that was part of it, actually, yeah. I come from a generation, I think, of a lot of people who like to play music, because it just blossomed out into this thing that we realized through the 60s, when the 60s was happening, I was still pretty young. Didn't keep me from taking acid and everything else at the age of 14, but, which might explain something, I don't know. Why I can't have babies, I don't know.
That's a little too much 411 there.
I don't know if I can or can't, but I think it was just, we all realized at that point, even people my age who were in their teens, early teens, that, hey, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. And when the 70s rolled around, man, it was just 70s gets trashed a lot, which is kind of too bad, because there's a lot of stuff that we're still just discovering now that was going on, because the punk rock scene really got started in the mid-70s, and that kind of got me going. What got me to LA, more or less, as far as the music scene in LA, was I saw a movie, The Decline and Rise of Western Civilization, Decline and Fall or whatever, Penelope Spears. A lot of the people that I talked to that were in that movie hated it because it made them look really violent and stupid. And I'm sorry, but I looked past that and saw the music anyways for what it was worth, and really enjoyed it, and just said, man, there's something going on down there. It's only 500 miles away from where I live now. I think I'll go there. And that's what I did, and I came down here and ended up hanging with these people that I saw in this movie, and just was really amazed as to how easy it was.
Did that include Mike Watts?
Well, that was later. I met up with the Minutemen in '85, and I was doing this thing with a friend of mine who was he had this thing called, are we on?
Yeah.
Okay. He had this thing called Brother West in the World Salvation Ministry, and it was a comedy act, but it was a lot more than that. It was this thing where we did this televangelist type thing, and we happened to open for the Minutemen at this place called Beyond Broke, which is in Venice, California.
It's a big poetry house.
Yeah. And the Minutemen saw us there, and we did a really good show, and went on right before them, and then we had all these things that we could sell. One of them was this bat we called the Truth Bat, and we had this huge baseball bat that we'd take, because we were we were acting just like a Jerry Falwell, this right-wing Republican faction of religion that was taking over at the time when Reagan was in office. And we were like, look, these people are really, getting a stronghold, in a sense that, we weren't enjoying it. We were enjoying it, but at the same time going, man, you really ought to look at this. And so the only way we could think of how to do that was through performance, And, that was our protest in a way, too. The Minutemen saw us, and they loved it because they were really strong. At that time, Nicaragua was really going strong. The war in Nicaragua, that was Reagan's little dream child, and how he kept the military going at the time. And so we went on the road with the Minutemen, and it was kind of funny because a lot of people didn't know whether we were for real or not. And we did go through the Bible Belt too, which was really a challenge.
I can't even imagine.
More of a challenge than anything, because it was scary in points. I was too stupid to know at the time. Now I realize what I did, and I wouldn't do it again. I'm glad I did, though, because it was truly an experience. It was the best tour I've ever been on.
Where do you want to take your music, Dale?
Where I want to take it.
Where do you hope to see yourself next year? Or
next year?
I was just going to say.
Well, that's.
Okay.
What are your goals right now? Where do you see yourself in a few years?
In a few years, the beard will be down to here, and hopefully I won't be doing my day job. I'm really working towards being a full-time musician. I have to work 40 hours a week. I don't want to make it sound, romantic at all. This is hard work. We all know that. And how however you want to make this, it's up to you. It is, if you decide to try and let other people do it for you, you're only going to come up with frustration and disappointment. So it's like, for me, it's taken 3 years of being a solo act to understand that that's what I have to do. So to say where I want to be in 2 years or where I'm going to be in 2 years is, who knows? Who knows where any of us are going to be in 2 years, for that matter? I mean, the way this world's going, who knows? I want to have fun with my music. I want to continue being what it is that I do. That you know, as far as being a performer, an improvisationalist, and on that line. Other than that, it's not real important for me to have record deals and to be famous. It would be nice, because there are ways to do it. There are ways to do it. I learned that through punk rock and through touring with Minutemen, that if you put that investment in who you are and go out on the road on your own, you can actually make a living off of it. But you got to make a lot of sacrifice along the way too, you know. And it's so that's hard. I'm in a relationship now, and there's a lot of things that I have going. It makes it really hard for me to let go of certain things now. I think a lot of it has to do with the age that I'm at now too, you know.
Yeah.
So that's where I am and where I'll be, and who knows.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you for talking to us.
Oh yeah, Mo, thanks a lot.
Uncle Dale, the coffee house punk icon.
Auntie Mo.
That's him.
Yeah. Really.
Okay, I need names here. We've got Peggy Ann Parnell, and
David Bell.
David Belly. And you are from
Mike Bell Telephone.
David Bell. Okay, like Mike Bell. And you are from Chicago. You're both from Chicago.
Yeah.
And how do you know about this coffee house? Why did you come here?
I came here years ago. I had heard about it through people and came here and checked it out. The stage was over here against the window.
Right.
Yeah, right. And just kind of got the vibe and stuff. It was great. All songwriters and musicians and local people. So
It's very cool. And you're singer-songwriters? You're both singer-songwriters. Did you come here from an ad in a newspaper, or from word of mouth, or for me, word of mouth?
Yeah, I think word of mouth. I can't even remember. I haven't really been in LA that long. It's pretty well known.
What was your first experience getting up on stage in an open mic? How did that feel?
here,
Yeah.
it was the end of the night. It was really quiet, and I remember the audience was amazing. Not a lot of people, but it was a listening. So yeah, it was a real good experience for me.
Yeah, it was good for me. I can't really remember. I mean, I'm not sure I can even remember the first time I played here. I was thinking about the first time I got up in front of people like this, and I don't know, I can't remember the first time I played here.
Do you go to other coffee houses? You just go to eat or drink coffee, or do you only go to coffee houses to play music?
I've done both. To listen sometimes. Sometimes you're just here to listen.
I probably go to drink.
All right, now we know I've been in the coffee house scene forever, it seems. There's a mix of people. You've got newcomers, and you've got people who come here to try out new material and really hone their skills. Do you find it beneficial to play? I mean, do you find it helps you grow as a musician to play at an open mic?
Yes.
Is that why you use it?
Yeah, because you're honing your skills and you're listening to other people for inspiration. There's things that they can say that you can learn from.
Who inspires you as a musician? Who has inspired you as a musician?
Oh, many people. First person that comes to mind for me is Peter Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's an amazing writer and he's a great musician. So I would say, for me, Peter Gabriel.
David?
I mean, it's all over the board. A lot of old-time blues musicians I really like. Muddy Waters and Highland. I like Van Morrison a lot. I guess he's influenced me a lot. Even some, as a singer, I've taken a lot of influences from just, all different kinds. A lot of women singers, like Kate Smith or something. Literally, Ethel Merman. I mean, I hear her do something, I'm like, you can get that sound from, it's just the
Very unique.
influence is like all over the board.
And the voice is an instrument, so you're going to use it, you know, in different ways.
Why do you do that for?
Well, you know, when I played in a band when I was a kid, when I was like 17 or 18, I used to do Ethel Merman kind of on a lot of songs, because when you really wanted to kick it out, you just kind of like, it'd be like in the back of your throat. And no one knew it was Ethel Merman, but me and the guys in the band.
That's very cool.
I love it.
I love Ethel. She touches me.
Yeah.
The songwriting process. How do you get an idea for song? What steps do you take? Do the lyrics come first? Do the music come first?
For me, it's a combination. Sometimes I'll hear something in my head musically and I'll put it on a tape and come back to it. Sometimes lyrics will come, and sometimes as you're writing, it's simultaneous. So so it's variety for me.
Yeah, I just kind of have a tape recorder and tape whatever pops into my head. Sometimes it's words, sometimes it's chords. They sit for sometimes like 4 years before it becomes a song. And it just sort of sits and stews.
What do you find yourself writing about?
Drinking, women, stuff like that. You know. Money. It sounds
Are those the blues
I
topics?
guess, I don't know. A lot of stuff I write about is like women. Maybe.
Good, bad, evil, naughty.
You know, good.
Good?
I guess good and bad.
Because you know you're sitting with two women here.
Yeah, I know. No, not nothing bad about women, just kind of bad about the way what they've done to me.
Oh,
There you go. Relationships.
And a lot about drinking.
Go ahead.
All right, so we were talking about song topics, subjects. What do you like to write about? What do you find yourself writing about, Peggy?
Me, in the beginning, was human relationship. Anything having to do with emotions and feelings and stuff like that. But I find myself now growing, probably by listening to other people and viewing the world as it is. And now with Kosovo and everything else, politics. I find myself figuring out and saying, stop the violence. Let's get back together here. So, yeah, I'm really interested in the human condition, I would say.
Not me.
You're just drinking and women.
I really-
I'm going to write about drinking and women. How do you feel playing alone up there as opposed to playing with a band? Do you play with a band? Yeah.
I do both.
Yeah.
There's something special about each thing. I like to jam with a band and get into the groove, so that part's real special for me. Because I play with a lot of friends, and being up there with your friends is amazing. It's amazing to me. But when you're alone and everything's relying on what your instrument is doing and your voice is doing, that's a challenge, and it's more intimate, I think. So yeah, I like both.
You play with
Well, I played in a lot of bands for a long time. I had a band in Chicago before I came out here that I really liked. It was a lot of fun. I love the guys. Some of the guys I known since high school. And I gotta say, I don't like playing with just myself as much as playing with a band. It kind of keeps me away sometimes from coffee houses and open mics and things, because even sometimes when I'm an open mic, I'll grab it. Hey man, you want to sit in, or anybody I can kind of grab to play, because it's so much for me about playing with other people.
I find it I find it to be a family. It ends up being, okay, every Wednesday night I'm going to go, and I know those people are going to be there no matter how busy our schedule is. We're going to meet on Wednesday nights. We will reconvene on Monday nights in Molly Malone's, or, whatever. Do you find that as well? Do you find a warmth to it? Do you find it like a chosen family? Like a cult, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, especially like I said, I'm the Chicago thing. I haven't really been out here as long, as you guys. Back in Chicago, it's definitely. I have some friends from open mics, and just it's great. I mean, they're lifelong friends. It's kind of fun to go and show up, and people know you, and they're like, hey, I'm gonna put you on the list. Sometimes they'll bump you up a couple of spaces. If they really, not here, it's a little bit too.
It's a lottery.
Yeah.
We try to be honest here.
Yeah.
But now that I've spoken to you and we bonded, I'll see what I can do next.
There you go. Just like Cheers.
Yeah, just
Everybody
like
knows your name.
David! There's 2 syllables though, it's not the same as one.
Dave.
Dave.
Look at Dave.
Peg. Do you find a family at the coffee house scene?
Oh yeah. It's a community. Music is a community, and anywhere you go, it ends up, everybody finds each other. It's nice.
Thank you for talking with us. Thank you. I like talking with you. These are my friends, Dave and Peggy. Woo. I need more tea now. I'm waiting for tea. For tea. Talk amongst yourselves.
Maybe. That's Maureen. Sorry about the attitude.
We can be attitude.
It was something.
As long as it made you horny, that's all that matters.
It's in the houses of the holy too. All right, we got the Wayward Boys. Thank you, Maureen. Rod Smear, Mike Isenberg, Robin Nova, Paul Lemire. So let's be
Okay, we're going to explain the song tonight. I was seeing this chick a few months ago, and she turned out to be a drunk. This lady, this one female, she turned out to be a drunk. I'm sorry. And you know what I'm saying? So I wrote a song about our experience. And it's called Tomorrow You Won't Remember This. It's cool, 'cause tomorrow you won't remember this. Tomorrow you won't remember this. It's like you're not even here.
My name is Larry.
Where are you guys from?
Orange County right here. Trying to have a little fun here in Los Angeles, you know.
What brought you out here from all the way down there?
Well, first of all, I came from Chicago, and Chicago's pretty slow in the music industry. So California is kind of fast-paced as far as music goes. So I decided I got a big
LA, you know.
So I got a big chance at making it.
So what do you hope to gain by coming here tonight? What was the event that brought you out here?
Well, we figure, you know, we have a lot of stuff where we can bring out to the public. Not just rap, not just R&B, but we try and put a message into what we're trying to do. And that's why we bring to LA, being that LA is an entertainment city. So we try to bring it to LA and, you know, kind of just want to make it real for everybody, you know.
You both from Chicago?
No, he's from Washington State, and I'm from Chicago.
Okay.
From Washington State. Spokane.
So what kind of, how would you describe your music?
Well, I don't like to compare myself to nobody, but if I was, it would be Do or Die from Chicago.
Ain't that
West
your
Side.
boys right there?
West Side.
Ain't that your boy?
So,
Do or
yeah,
Die?
all day long.
Ain't that Twister?
Twister.
There you go.
Crucial Conflict. So, you know, them my idols. Because we grew up in the same neighborhood. We grew up together. So, them my idols right there. So that's what's trying to get me started in the music business.
What's your sound? Describe your sound.
A little bit of jazz, blues, R&B, hip-hop, rap. It's a mixture of all.
Well, you know, you gotta let them know that, you know, you got a little hard rap in there too, but, you know, we gotta have a variety for everybody.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
thought the cops were coming in. All I saw was this big light past me.
What were we talking about?
Talking about
Just my idols, you know what I'm saying, do or die crucial conflict, you know. That's what got me started in the music business today. So, just trying to make it big, trying to send some messages.
What do you want to send?
yeah, it's not really the people. We're not really trying to make it big. We just want the people to know that there's a lot of us out here that has a lot of talent, and they should look at that, you know. But, you know, it's the music business. It's the way it is in this biz.
So you guys going up later on tonight?
Yeah.
All right, so make sure that you grab me, just in case I'm not there, all right?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
What are your names?
21st century players.
Okay, and what are each your names are?
Lala, Shaka.
All right, guys. And, all right, yeah, come and get me when you're ready to go.
Okay.
Los Angeles, what's up? Washington State.
Chicago.
Yo, hi. Mark. Mark, I'm sure you do.
I'm sure you don't even know how to do it.
I'm pissed off again.
Oh no, it's Mike Isenberg. Oh, thank you. The guitar didn't
I'm really pissed because, you know, last week when I went off on the president about the ghost vote thing, President Clinton wasn't in the office, in the audience here. But if he were here, I would have choked that motherfucker to death. But instead tonight, we have a new target. The top story in the world right now is 12 kids are dead somewhere in Colorado. Why the fuck didn't those kids go down to Sony and kill the fuckers from the Extreme Gong Show? That's my question tonight. Why the fuck didn't they go down there and use their bullets wisely? Now, I don't mean to suggest. I would never mean to accuse or suggest to anybody that it's a ripoff. No way. That's not me. You people, everybody in this audience, with very few exceptions, you know me. You know I'm the nicest guy in the world. I take care of you. Every one of you musicians, do you know I take care of you? I take care of all of you. And guess what? I spent 35 years in the music business, and the last thing I want to do is have some poor sap come up here that's only been playing for a few fucking months and have him go down and get taken apart on national TV. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't mean to suggest that people may have gone out and got fucking crack addicts or homeless people to come down and be in the audience. I don't mean to suggest that. I never heard anything about that from Joe Webb. I never heard anything about that from Rob Novin Kazoo. I never heard anything about that at all. But let me give you a little clue here. I'm going to show you what I think of people who fucking abuse poor musicians. This is the hardest town for a musician to make it in the entire fucking world. The hardest town in the world. Is it not? Am I exaggerating? No, I'm not exaggerating. Because I don't give a fuck. I'm never going to get a deal. Nobody's ever going to sign me. Because I'll tell you the fucking truth. You want to know what it's like to be on the Extreme Gong Show? Well, get your great big fucking cross and lay down on it and have somebody kneel hammer you. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. Just go down there and sign up right now. You think you're going to win a prize? Huh? You think I'm going to be easy on anybody? You think anybody's going to come up and approach me tonight? No, I don't think so. If they do, they're dog meat. That's all I got to say. This has been a public service message for all of you performers and musicians in Los Angeles from your watchdog, your father confessor. Good night.
Mike. Winning friend.
Driver? Hey, let's not get off on the wrong foot.
But why?
Cause I'm just a gas station attendant. I make $6.25 an hour to see. I'm just a gas station attendant. I'll change your tires and oil and I'll squeeze you for free. Yeah, he's just my gas station attendant. And he's always there for me when I'm on empty. He's just my gas station attendant. He keeps my windows free of bug debris. And we've always lived together in harmony. We two live in a world where you need me. And I need you. It's true, the prices go up, but I don't blame you. You know what? I'm gonna put a big ass windmill on the top of my wagon and pretend I'm a Dutchman.
I live in the valley though. Okay, I'll get a solar powered fan to power the wheel on my bike. I'll eat nothing but Taco Bell 24 hours a day, stick a pipe up my ass, and get from point A to point B on strict flatulence.
Guys, really? Oh no, no, you're gonna be in here too. That's Natasha. Tanya. Rod, Tanya, friends, Highland Grounds Coffee House. Tanya is not from here. Tanya's from Russia. Rod is not from here either. Rod is.
Yeah. Right next to
Okay.
It's very good. Can you hear them okay?
Moving on nicely now, we got Paul Lemire, 80 caliber Jackson. Timber Paul. Now.
Just come here and hang out.
I just come to see you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Hey, Mark. What? We're being distracted. Oh, no, that's right. Do you need to go past?
No, it's okay if we go past.
All right, that's okay. You can walk past if we're live. Here.
We'll just,
She's filming. I think we did that, but I didn't go there.
No?
We didn't have such a connection.
Did you? So this particular coffee house is like the
Yeah, I
first
think
coffee
it's.
house you've been to?
Oh, I think it's very American.
Yeah.
To go to my place.
Okay. Very kind of beaten everything. Rod has left us. He's not interested. Rod. Kind of a man on the street thing here.
Just solid colors.
That's me posing on the pillar. Thank you. Did you like it?
Yeah, it's very good.
Did you hear how out of tune my guitar was?
Actually, you know what? Since I'm the doorman, I
didn't hear anything.
I didn't get to hear you. I'm sorry.
No, let me talk to you about this. Do you feel kind of deprived since you're a doorman, or do you feel you have a job to do and you're doing your job?
I have a job to do, and I do my job quite well.
Yes, you do. Do you have to bounce people at all?
I've never had to bounce anybody out of this place. There's always good people here. Everyone's nice. I never, ever have a problem.
Really? So it's not like being a door person at the Roxy or something?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, because I'm a door guy, I get to meet so many people that I get to play music with all these different people, like Brad. Here I met Brad.
Yeah.
Tonight, basically.
Yeah.
And they showed me a song. I sat up, you know.
I like when you do that. That's very cool. That's very good. Flugelhorn, right? Flugelhorn?
It was trumpet tonight.
It was trumpet tonight.
Yeah, trumpet tonight.
With the plunger?
With the mute.
With the mute.
Right. Plunger.
Doesn't it look like a
We
plunger?
tried the plunger,
I have a
but
plunger.
we prefer
What?
I have a plunger I use. Yes.
No, what is the difference between a plunger and a mute?
Well-
the mute is kind of like rounded.
Yes.
on the outside.
A plunger is also a mute, but a different kind of mute.
Yeah.
So the mute that I used tonight was like that Miles Davis sound. It has that, nice, soft, fuzzy.
Yeah, what was the thing we stuck in the trumpet the first time we had to
Oh, right, that was cup mute.
No, that was a cup mute.
That sounded like
that was not
40s jazz,
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I see. Very good. So, how long have you been coming to coffee houses?
Coffee houses or this coffee house?
How long have you been? Okay, let's do coffee houses in general.
Coffee house in general, just like, 17, 18 or something. But here for like 6 years.
Really? Is there something special about this coffee house over other coffee houses? Do they all have their own little personalities?
That's true. They all have their own personalities, but I do agree that this place is pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone who comes in here is really nice.
Yeah.
There's so many different varieties of people that come in here too. You never get bored.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's including music too. There's comedians and poets and artists everywhere. I mean, there's painters and sculptors that come in here. I mean, but I'm the only horn player.
You are the only horn player. You are the horn guy.
Right.
You're horny.
I'm horny.
Have you ever picked up chicks at a coffee house?
Yes. I have, as a matter of fact.
Waitresses,
patrons. Yes. But
do you like? I mean, waiters and waitresses at coffee houses. How do they differ from just restaurants or bars?
well, they're obviously much more personable because I mean it's a one-on-one thing. In a restaurant, it's all about getting people in and out as fast as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here it's more of a it's an all-nighter.
Yeah.
You know, people don't come in here and hang out for an hour. They come in and hang out for 6.
Right.
You know, whereas a restaurant, you hang out for 6 hours, they're taking your plates away and asking you to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that helps.
What are you drinking?
Guinness.
Guinness?
Yes. I got this.
It's
I
an
got this
English
for playing
beer.
tonight. And I got this for playing tonight too.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Somebody bought you a beer because you didn't suck?
Yes.
Somebody bought you a beer because you were great on stage?
Or at least good.
Or at least good.
Hello, it's $2 cover tonight.
Excuse me?
Hi, it's
$2 cover? Give us your money. Would you like to be in the documentary?
No, that's okay.
No? Okay. No, get the camera. We won't bother you there. But we will take your money.
Right. Back in the door guy doing his job.
See? Okay, this is Ted the doorman doing his job.
Special transactions.
Okay.
All right, I got
You got a clicker?
Yeah. Just gotta click them in and click them out.
Really?
It's a serious
What number are we at?
It's got a lot of response.
We're at 120 people.
120 people on the clicker.
Except 5 people left, so we're 115 or 116.
That's how great he does his job. He remembered that.
This is.
All right, I gotta go here, Chris.
Wow, this is very cool. Hello, young lady. How are you? Good. Nice to see you. You? You too. In the big red coat. So, anything else? Has your music career flourished because of playing here? Have you gotten paid gigs, recording gigs out
absolutely.
here?
I've actually, because I came to this place 6 years ago, I met some guys that I play with now that actually have been supporting me in music for 4 months.
Wow.
That's all I do for a living right now besides this.
That's pretty exciting.
It is for me because I've been playing for so long. You know, it's so hard to make money. When you do make money, you're so happy about it, even if it's just a little bit.
Right.
You know, that leads you into something else. Playing, this person is going to have. You know what I'm saying? If you play with an act on stage, especially here at the grounds, there's a lot of people in the audience who are going to listen to what you have to say and play and do. So they're going to pay attention because it's a totally separate thing, meaning that the open mic is a chance for everybody to go up and do what they want to do. Right. Instead of being the corporate thing where everyone has to play what's expected, you can do anything you want here. And for that fact, that I can do anything I want as far as musically speaking, I've got gigs.
That's very cool.
It does help. It does help.
Ted Schumacher, horny guy.
Thanks.
Rod, you walked away.
All right, be gentle with me.
Can you do what now?
All right, be gentle with me. Just be gentle.
All right. So what's happening? Did you play today?
Yes, I did.
How'd it go?
I'm here at Highland Grounds. We're here.
Yeah?
We're happening every Wednesday night.
How'd you feel about your song?
How did I feel about it? Which song? The one I did tonight?
Yeah.
I had a great time with it, you know.
Yeah, did you get a good response?
I think it was pretty good, yeah. You can tell on how many people come up to you, and a few people did.
Good.
Yeah.
So, how long you been out here? Where you from? You know, the thumbnail sketch of Billy.
Where am I from? Born in Glendale, raised in Highland Park area, about 15 miles east of here. And I moved here about 22 years ago on this side of town. Yep. I'm from LA originally. What's that?
Musical inspiration.
Anywhere from, I remember hearing Otis Redding on the radio when I was 13 years old. Try a little tenderness. And that's the first time I fell in love with the sound. It was at 4 in the morning, and ever since then I've been chasing that feeling. And then I learned about Marvin Gaye, Motown, and then I've always loved Cat Stevens, James Taylor on that side. So it's, and today I'm kind of like a folk, pop, funk, jazz, open-minded, equal opportunity music lover.
Where do you want to take your music in the next year, 2, 5 years? What do you want to be?
It's what I am. So it's not about what you be. It's what I am, and I'm doing it. And it's just like, you know, like an old blues artist. You just keep doing it, and it's from the heart. You know, and keep it real, and it's just it's a vent, you know, of survival. It's a way to survive. So I know nothing else on a certain level of. My only job is to be honest with myself. You know.
What inspires you to write?
Yin and yang, and what I mean by that, good and evil, you know, whatever. It's just, again, I've learned through songwriting to deal with situations. So what inspires me, it could be anything that, you know, an earthquake, an emotional earthquake of something, to jolt you into, you know, it takes something, you know, a little jolt. And if I'm not writing, then I look at it as a sponge. I'm just sponging it, I'm just soaking in. And then if something hits, then it comes out. Sometimes it comes 3 songs in a row. But I've been doing it over 20 years now of writing songs, so I don't write that many songs. But when I do work on a song, I feel much more. I feel good about that. It's a little bit more to it now. More, I don't know. It's almost like the outside looking in, and I feel more connected with it. And every word, you know, it's not more like years ago you just write to write a song and say, hey, look at my song. And now it's like, it's intertwining, and
So what,
help me out here. More evolved to me anyway.
What do you think about the LA music scene, the LA coffee house scene?
That's a good question. As you know, in the early 70s, it was a scene happening on the acoustic thing, Troubadour, late 60s, I guess, early 70s. And then around 74, 5, it died when disco came in. And around that time, I was playing guitar in the bedroom kind of thing, and I wasn't in the acoustic circuit. But for the next 15 years, there wasn't really a scene at all in LA. In fact, there was hardly any coffee houses. But up until 10 years ago, probably 99, about 1989, the acoustic scene started coming back. And so I love music now because we're more open-minded with all styles. You know, as far as the different writers, it's definitely a scene right now, and it's a great time for me. I had a real hard time in the 80s. 80s was the worst time for me, musically. It was very new wave, punky, and you know, not that there's anything wrong with that music, but that's not, it didn't move me. So it was just more of just, it's a rough time, songwriting-wise.
Do you think it's a healthy scene now?
I think it's great, and we got to really nurture and take care of it because it's open-minded. I mean, people are open to many styles of music, and it wasn't so much that way probably in the early 70s, but I think as a culture, we're thanks to the different cultures that live here in this country, are not so much this country or in LA or whatever, we have a, you know, a nice crossover sound, you know?
Do you see the scene emerging?
Well, again, I see it is, and you know, sometimes in LA, the audience is more musicians than audience. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, this is a hot spot here. You know, emerging. Yeah, you know. I think it's real healthy. I just think, you know, just keep this going. It's great.
Thanks a lot, Billy.
You got it. Thank you.
I was fucked up on acid anyway. I don't know how I got there. So there I am off the coast of Jamaica. Of course, I didn't realize how wounded I was. It's sustained some serious injuries as a result of the crash. And I ran into some
Richard and I haven't seen each other in, what, 6 months?
A few months, yeah.
Well, we got together at the Exile Camp.
Yes, the home of the refugees, and we played a little bit there. Yeah, Henry and I are lovers, and
we cherish all the moments that we get together. We're also exhibitionists, so we like to
we're just good friends. We used to be very deep, and now we're superficial, I would say.
We met at the Crooked Bar, which is open mic night every Monday night.
So Richard,
I'm a huge fan of his.
Richard, where are you from? What brought you out to LA?
Let's see. I think it was the 1. No, it was the 10 actually, and 10 West. And I'm from the Mississippi Delta, is where I grew up, and you actually can't get in there by car, so you have to leave your car at the state line, and you have to take a camel in. And so I came out on the 110. Or was it the 10? It was the 10. And came out here to be a brain surgeon, but made too much money, so I decided to be a songwriter instead.
How's it been going?
The money is incredible. The better the money gets, the more dissatisfied the muse gets. And like for instance, I made $9 last week, and the muse was not amused. So I tried to bring it down a little bit this week.
Well, how would you describe your music?
Music. It has a lot of algae on it, and it's like a cross between Memphis Slim and Tiny Tim. And it's like Africa meets Europe. It's like the Blood Countess is in there somewhere, but I'm not sure. It's African music played by a white guy who doesn't know anything about African music. That's what it is, basically.
That's pretty good. What's your opinion of the LA scene, the coffee house scene?
LA scene. I think it's hard to have an intelligible conversation in the LA coffee house scene. But when you do have one, it's usually really good. Like, I think the problem is that have you ever seen those experiments where they have a lot of mouse traps on the floor, and each one of the mouse traps has a ping pong ball on it, and they throw a ping pong ball into the room, and the mouse traps begin to go off? That's kind of like what the LA coffee house scene is to me. It's like if you're whizzing through the air, it's kind of hard to have an intelligent conversation with somebody. Although it's possible.
Are you glad you came here?
Oh yeah, I love it here. I mean, with all the other ping pong balls, it's where they all end up in Hollywood. No, it's diametrically opposed to where I'm from. And maybe that's why I'm here. It's like you can be a producer. You know, you may be only producing excrement, but you're a producer. If you say you're one, you are one. You know. No, I like
Henry.
Henry what?
Phillips.
What brought you out here? What you want to do? What are you up to?
I play music. One person tried to sort of pigeonhole me and try to come up with a catchphrase, and they said I'm sort of like James Taylor on Smack. But the problem is that James Taylor actually was on Smack. So it's just like saying James Taylor. And then, I mean, that would be like saying, Rick James if you were using. No, so yeah, it's folk music, but it's from a psychopath, I guess. That's the best.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. It's fucked up. And so I'm trying to turn it into a money-making machine for myself. And so far,
it's relentless.
So far, it's funny that you mentioned $9 because that actually beats the amount of money that I get when I play at comedy clubs, like at the Improv. Sometimes I'll be lucky enough to play a set at the Improv, and I get $8.
Oh, you mean you get money?
Oh,
I'm talking about
you
it
mean
costs me $9.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, I'm definitely in the play. And Richard and I just got free beers tonight, so we want to say good things about the Highland.
Henry is an incredible songwriter. He starts on the planet Earth, and his songs go off into uncharted waters, to say the least.
Well, somebody said something funny that I thought was funny today. Something like, your music is definitely not. Well, we've heard of country music, we've heard of rock and roll, we've heard of folk music, and we've heard of focus group music. Where people get together and
focus group music. Yeah, that's good.
Definitely not like that here.
I don't know where. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, nobody here focuses really on anything for a long period of time. I'm a huge fan of Richard's, I got to say, also, and I think the reason that we appreciate each other's stuff is the fact that we both try to do songs that I don't know, that go beyond the usual themes of love and loss and venture up into to like the surreal sometimes.
You're capable of love, so you.
Mine are all about loss.
Have you played tonight yet?
No, I don't think I will actually.
Oh, okay.
I showed up in hopes that I might be able to go on, and but it's too packed, and you know, everybody who signed up has priority, obviously. And if we were in an anarchic society like I want to be, then I'd be able to just go up there with my guitar and start playing my shit. You know, that's right. That'd be the end of it. But you know, we have order.
You have to maintain order.
And I appreciate that. No, but to all seriousness aside, I think that Richard is fantastic.
Well, Henry and I actually pay each other to exist. We hire each other to tout each other's music. We're probably the only people who know about it, so we have to
gotta keep supportive.
No, okay. The real thing is support system. You have to have a support system, and Highland Grounds and this Hollywood thing can be a real support system. And you meet people who you like and respect, and you get to hear their music, and they get to hear your music, and you meet people you hate, and you hear their music, and
remember the guy who always said,
and they hate you, and they yell at you, and you yell at them.
We talked to him that always says, you know, oh, I met this guy, he's big. There's always these guys that walk around. I'm working with a guy now who's big.
He's huge. Yeah, he's like, you can't even get through the door.
He's huge. He's connected up the gangs. That's what he's. So you always meet those kind of people. But then again, I mean, this is really the only kind of scene that you can go in and watch stuff that hasn't been screened out by somebody else's opinion of what's good and what's not. It's basically you come in, you sign up, and you play your stuff, and it's not like somebody's judging you or deciding, you know, that you're good enough or whatever. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Which explains why Richard and I are out here drinking instead of watching. No, I'm just kidding.
No, there's a lot of great stuff.
Going out on the road and making a lot of money now. I did a couple of gigs about a month ago at some colleges that went really well, but I'm hoping that'll become a trend. I don't know. I won't know until the fall of next year.
So where do you hope to take your music?
I hope to take it to Richard's house and have him make me a copy because I have to buy these things. No, from the record. No, actually, that's a good question. If I would have answered that, I might have more successful.
I think it's taking you as much as you take.
Yeah, I would like what anybody likes, and that's, you know, sex with 3 women at the same time, but that has nothing to do with it. No, I would like to be an artist. You know, I got to say, one of my favorite guys out there is Tom Waits. He's a person who has been successful at doing exactly what he likes. He's not mainstream, but then again, he's got a long-term career and a great cult following, and he's entertaining as hell. He comes up with records, people buy them, they go see him at the shows. That's what I like. I don't think the mainstream is good, because all of a sudden everybody burns out on you and you can't get arrested. So I'd like to be able to keep making my CDs in my own little corner of the world and have people buy them and
make a living too.
Yeah, that's all I want is enough, enough to not have to
or
work.
not, whatever. I mean, there are people that write great things and do something completely different for a living, which is okay too.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to make a living.
It would. The next person that says that money can't buy happiness, I'm gonna say, you know what? If I had $1,000, I could make myself real happy right now because I'd pay my rent and my whatever. So yeah, I'd like to be able to sustain a living based on selling enough of these things and doing some shows that pay a little bit of money, and that's it. That's all I want.
Cool.
Yeah, we're cool. We're groovy. Mike, take care of these gentlemen, please.
What's happening, Mike? Check. We're gonna try and bring the party up a little bit. Try and hype the tempo up a little bit. Get this mic out of here. How y'all doing? There you go. Could we get some tempo? There we go. Could we get a little more? Get up on your feet, get to grooving to the beat with the peace. Cause we are 21st and let this rhythm get to you. Do what you wanna do with the peace. Cause we are 21st century.
21st century beating up to the name, got a game with the tide to fly. You lie, the time is right to ride. Put your nose to the stone, hold on, be strong. Coming up won't be long, get
Put your head up
on.
the cloud, let's roam. Living in life as a player, symbolizing your eyes as a woman slayer. That's the way it is in this biz.
Reality sets in, changing trends to make our life plus. Taking the time to do it right, 'cause the money's what we lust. Be true to the game is the next cut, so boom, now what? Who clone? You and your dozen got on the cut, so pack your bags and go home. Head back to East 99, 'cause we about to come up. Chopping the cheese up for the three of us, so la, bring it on, yeah.
Get up on your feet, get the groove into the beat with the peace.
Put your hands together.
'Cause we are 21st and let this rhythm get to you. Do what you wanna do with the peace. 'Cause we are 21st century peace.
Come from when she shot, put it down for the 21st century beat. The top P's in the game with a new name. We striving on fame to maintain the love for the game and the love for our name. And instead we claim we can break it on down, but we don't gang bang. It's all about to come up, right? Stand up, right? Come and lounge with real ones, parlaying all night. It's tired, sit back, relax. Kick feet up and enjoy. Got Don P. Cristal in the Moet for the boys. We buzzing, loving every moment. The doors are open for the ones who wanna help us smoking. Now my liver's got you choking. Trying to catch your breath. I see it's working time again. La, let them know we ain't joking. Yeah.
Players feeling right. We wrecking shit tonight for the crowd.
All day long.
Gonna get you feeling good, just like we said we would, screaming loud.
Put your hands together. I know y'all like it.
Oh, yeah. 21st century baby.
21st century peas.
That's what we are. That's what we be.
Year 2000 and beyond.
Here we go again. Oh, yeah.
Giving y'all a groove that y'all can't miss. New John and age of a player.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody up in here is a player.
What's it, 21st century peas in the house, you know what I'm saying?
A player just don't relate to a man. It's a man, woman, and child. Everybody got a little bit of game in them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all like it. I see y'all bobbing your head.
What it is?
21st century peas.
See we on the car, blowing it up, making a move to the car.
With a little bit of jazz,
Who you with?
blues,
Bring it
hip-hop.
Yeah. Harlan
century peas.
That's what I call BOFA. BOFA stands for breath of fresh air. Excellent, thank you. So you guys come back, all right? That's an order. Just kidding. I don't order people. I don't speak for anyone else.
I sing an old song my grandpa used to sing. He used to sing a lot of songs. This is one of them, and it's not real funny or anything. I wish I won in Carrickfergus. Only 4 nights in background. I would swim over our deepest ocean, our deepest ocean, to be by. But the sea is wide, and I cannot swim over, neither have wings to fly. Oh, if I could find me a handsome boatman, ferry me over to my London. On my boyhood day, bring back sad reflections of a happy time spent so long ago. My childhood friends and my own relations, they're all passed on like melted snow. But I spend my in endless roving, soft is the ground. Oh, my bed is free. Oh, to be back now in Carrickfergus. Down that long road. Kilkenny is reported on marble stones as black as ink, gold and silver. I did support her. Yet I sing no more. I get a drink. Yeah, I'm drunk today, and I'm really sober. Handsome rover, oh, from town to town. Yeah, but I'm sick now, and my days are numbered. So come all you young men and lay
my favorite Van the Man songs. If you ever get a chance to check out that Chieftains record, Van Morrison and Chieftains, that's where I first heard that song.
Hi, I'm Chase Sinclair. Am I too loud? Okay. I thought of something funny on my way up here. It's uno, dos, chase. I like that. So anyway, you guys are so lucky I'm not going to sing tonight. I'm a comic. But Chase Sinclair is actually my stage name. My agent made me change it from my real name. Chase Sinclairissimo Rabinowitz Tsunami. She said it was too ethnic. My mom was married 3 times by the time I was born. I came out hyphenated. I'm undergoing serious reduction surgical procedures. It's very painful. This is funny. Okay. So anyway, I've been in therapy for a while and it's been really great. It's cost me a lot of money, but instantly I turned my life around 360 degrees. You guys are smart. The ones that laughed, you guys are smart. But you know what? Somehow my life seems exactly the way it was before. Maybe worse. But one of the things I talked about in therapy is this feeling I've had my entire life, that I just can't get blonde enough. Woo! So, the scoop is I had a specialist diagnose me with, I'm going to do air quotes here, a condition. I have blonderexia nervosa. Thank you very much. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I see a brunette. It's very stressful. I think I must have had dark hair in another life. But I really do believe in reincarnation and karma, and I'm currently paying off a huge karmic debt. Apparently, I had bad credit in another life. Oh, come on. Thank you. I won't repeat it because somebody, woo! You know. Yeah, so I have loan officers calling me, threatening to repossess my soul. Yeah, it sucks. And the guys from the bank are calling and turning me down on a second mortgage on my next life. So if I don't refinance, I might have to file for bankruptcy. That would suck. But, you know, to make matters worse, I'm an unsuccessful writer. The only thing I have been successful at writing are checks that bounce. I know. So, I lost my wallet the other day, and my best friend, Trudy, who's actually in the audience, said, "Oh my God, Tara, did you have a lot of cash in there?" I said, "My name's not Tara." But no, I didn't have any cash in there. Obviously, we're very close friends. She said, "Chase, do you have a lot of credit cards?" "Mm-hmm." "Yeah, they're maxed out." "So, why are you so panicked?" "I have a good driver's license picture, damn it. That's irreplaceable. I had a good hair day. People thought it was from Glamour Shots. Can't do that thing, you know, a second time." So anyway, I had very bad luck with guys, and I just broke up with my boyfriend. Turns out we were, here we go, air quotes again, incompatible. I thought that we should go out together once in a while, and, well, he didn't really like me. Yeah, but I did go out with a new guy the other night, and we had so much in common. It was great. I felt wonderful. I'm sorry. rewind. His kids and I all graduated from Cornell. Of course, they graduated when I was 12. But we had a lot in common. It was great. We're totally compatible. So let me look at these jokes. I only write them. I don't memorize them. But I do have a lot of trouble with men. Men that I date all tell me they can't understand me. To me, this is proof that women are smarter than men. Right? Because I understand me just fine. See, all the women love that. It's true. Well, just to close things up, I wanted to make a confession. I got really drunk at happy hour the other night, and I had a menage a trois. Okay. Anybody else? Okay, one hand. It was me, myself, and I. So I sat there watching me trying to pleasure myself, and finally I had to step in and finish the job. Because only I know what I really like. Yeah. But when I woke up, lying next to myself, I realized I had beer goggled yet again. I don't even like brunettes. Yeah. And because I work with myself, I had to give the air quotes again. Let's just be friends speech. You know the one? Yeah. Well, I broke up with myself, and I'm handling it pretty well, I think. Turns out we weren't compatible. I thought that we should all go out together once in a while, and as it turns out, I don't really like myself. Aww. I'm gonna repeat that one. And as it turns out, I don't really like myself. Aww. You guys are great. So there's a lesson here, and then I'm closing it up here and finishing my time. I went to Planned Parenthood, and I found out that from that reckless night of passion, I got chlamydia from myself. And the latex gloves were right there in the night table drawer. Listen, use protection, folks, because you never know where you've been. That's my time. Thank you, guys. You were fun.
About you, but I think it's a good idea if you've been doing a lot of drinking. It's a good idea to just kind of drive it off before you go home. And so one time I was driving, and I don't know if you ever had this happen to you, but I was driving and I hit like a bump in the road, and I look behind me and there's like rabbit fur all over the place. And the woman who was wearing it was like hobbling across the street. And I got to thinking about how funny it is how we're driving sometimes and we're not really paying attention or whatever. So this is a song I wrote. It's just called Driving. I hope you enjoy it. I ain't going to a friend's house, and I ain't going to my place of work, and I ain't going to a baseball game or a picture show. I'm just driving in my car, and I ain't looking at my watch now, 'cause I ain't got no place to go. A man says, hey, would you like a window shine? I said, thank you, sir, I'm doing fine. I'm just driving in my car. And even though it looks like things ain't going my way, I didn't get promoted. My wife, she done left me. I just got evicted. I think I'm going bald now. Now all I got is a bottle of booze and this here Thunderbird. And I'll be damned if it's insured. And I ain't looking at the stop signs, and I ain't looking at no traffic lights, and I'm not looking at the children on the crosswalk. I'm just driving in my car, and I'm just sipping on my whiskey, and I'm just swallowing some Valium, and I ain't worried about no side effects from the Prozac.
I'm just driving in my car. How do you do, hitchhiking mama? Get in the car and take a ride with me. She says, get your damn hands off of me. I say, don't worry, ma'am, I'm a friend, you see, and we're just driving in my car. And now the two of us are tearing up the highway with no registration. I ain't got no headlights, so I can't see a damn thing. What the hell was that now? Hope it wasn't human. Now I'm getting heat from this girl that I just picked up off the road. And she's only 15 years old. She's only 15 years old. How do you do, Mr. Policeman? How's life treating you on the streets today? He says, pull over, son, walk a straight line. I say, no, thank you, sir, I'm doing fine. I'm just driving in my car. What's them red lights behind me flashing? What's that there chopper up above? The sign says checkpoint at the county line. I said, no, thank you, folks, I'm doing fine. I'm just driving in my car. I'm just driving in my car. I'm just driving in my car. She's only 15 years old. And I'm just driving in my car.
All right, thanks a lot. I have CDs available, I should mention, and if you could, for the love of God, just buy one of those, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.